Good morning, councillors and those watching online. A very warm welcome to everyone to today's meeting. I would like to acknowledge at the outset that today's full council meeting would not normally take place in the summer recess. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the elected members and officers for taking part. Thank you to you all. I would like to ask Council to agree to vary the order of business and take items P1 and P2, which are both private items, following items 1 and 2 on the agenda. Do I have your approval?
Agreed.
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 Thank you. I would also like to remind elected members and the public of the proposed timings for today's meeting as set out in the agenda. Members, our virtual meetings are getting longer and longer. I would ask that both members and officers to be concise with their questions and responses. Sometimes members take a long time before they get to their question. If a member continues and disregards myself as the deputy convener, we will move on to the next member in the chat list and come back to you, to the member originally, if time allows. When it comes to the debate, the 5-minute rule will apply, of course. Scott, can I ask you to take a roll call of attendance, please?
Thank you, Provost. Good morning, councillors. We have apologies from Councillor Barnacle, but that is the only formal apologies that I've received. When I call out your name, can you simply confirm to the meeting and the public watching that you are present? Councillor Ahern.
Present.
Councillor Anderson.
Present.
Councillor Bailey.
Present.
Councillor Baird.
Present.
Councillor Barrett.
Present.
Councillor Braun.
Present.
Councillor Brock.
Present.
Councillor Audrey Coates.
Present.
Councillor Harry Coates.
Present.
Councillor Donaldson.
Present.
Councillor Drysdale.
Present.
Councillor Duff.
Present.
Councillor Forbes.
Present.
Councillor Gray.
Present.
Councillor Illingworth.
Present.
Councillor James.
Present.
Councillor Jarvis.
Here.
Councillor Lane.
Present.
Councillor Lyle.
Present.
Councillor McCall.
Present.
Councillor McCall.
Present.
Councillor McDade.
Present.
Councillor McEwen.
Present.
Councillor Parrott.
Present.
Councillor Pover.
Present.
Councillor Purvis.
Present.
Councillor Rebeck.
Present.
Councillor Reid.
Present.
Councillor Robertson.
Present.
Councillor Sarwar.
Present.
Councillor Shires.
Present.
Councillor Simpson.
Present.
Councillor Stewart.
Present.
Councillor Waters.
Present.
Councillor Williamson.
Present.
And Councillor Wilson.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Are there any declarations of interest in the business today? If there are, please put DI in the chat box. My screen has gone funny. Can IT help?
There are currently no declarations of interest, Provost. I will get I'll get a technician to get in touch with you.
Thank you. Members, the meeting will now go into private session and the public should rejoin the meeting at the approximate time as indicated on the agenda. Members should leave the meeting and join the next private part of the meeting through your Teams calendar as the guidance included.
Provost, this is Councillor McDade. I would like
Yes, I see it.
I would like to move that this item be considered in public session, please.
Okay, thank you for that. Lisa, can you take this, please?
Yes, Councillor, given the nature and the content of both of these papers, that we have provided advice that they should be categorised as exempt in terms of paragraph 6 and paragraph 9 of Schedule 1, Part 1 of Schedule 7A of the 1973 Act, and my advice to Council was that these papers should be considered in private.
Thank you very much.
It's a matter for Council to decide, but my advice is that these papers should be considered in private, given the nature and content and the fact that they are commercially sensitive.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions on this?
I appreciate the Head of Legal and Governance's advice, and obviously the papers are currently private, but I do think the matter should be discussed in public, so I would like to put that to a vote of the Council, please.
Okay, Scott, can you take that, please?
Provost, I'm happy to do that. So, for the purposes of this vote, I think perhaps we just need to confirm, Councillor McDade, if you have a seconder for the proposal to take the matter in public.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor McDade.
Happy to second. Councillor Bailey speaking.
Thank you, Councillor Bailey. I'm sorry, the screen is gone. I'm only working on the box. Okay, Scott.
Okay, thank you, Provost. Obviously, we'll take it that the view from yourself and the Deputy Provost was that you were content for it to be in private. So now that we have a seconder for Councillor McDade, we can take that instead of saying motion and amendment. I'll ask councillors to confirm whether they're voting to have the matter in public or in private. Councillor Ahern.
Private.
Councillor Anderson.
Public.
Councillor Bailey.
Public.
Councillor Beard.
Private.
Councillor Barrett.
Private.
Councillor Braun.
Private.
Councillor Brock.
Public.
Councillor Audrey Coates.
Private.
Councillor Harry Coates.
Private.
Councillor Donaldson.
Because of legal advice, private.
Councillor Drysdale.
Private.
Councillor Duff.
Private.
Councillor Forbes.
Private.
Councillor Gray.
Private.
Councillor Illingworth.
Private.
Councillor James.
Private.
Councillor Jarvis.
Sorry, didn't unmute. Private.
Thank you. Councillor Lee.
No vote.
Councillor Lyle.
Private.
Councillor McCall.
Private.
Councillor McCall.
Private.
Councillor McDade.
Public.
Councillor McEwen.
Some councillors have joined the session 2 as instructed, so they're not here.
Okay, so I'll record that we have no vote from Councillor McEwen as he's left the meeting. Provost.
Private.
Councillor Parrott.
Hi Fiona, were you trying to get me?
Councillor Lane, can you
Councillor
mute your microphone, please?
Councillor Parrott has left the meeting.
Okay. Councillor Pover.
Private.
Councillor Purvis.
Public.
Councillor Rebeck.
Abstain.
Councillor Reid.
Private.
Councillor Robertson.
Private.
Councillor Sarwar.
Private.
Councillor Shires.
Private.
Councillor Simpson.
Private.
Councillor Stewart.
Public.
Councillor Waters.
Private.
Councillor Williamson.
Private.
And Councillor Wilson.
Private.
Provost, we have 6 votes to hold it in public, 27 votes to hold it in private, with 2 abstentions. So we will proceed to private session.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.